Hi, my name is Mmesoma Victory, and I'm so excited and delighted to welcome you to my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel and in case you're just watching me for the first time, please like, share, and of course hit the notification bell so that you can always get updates anytime I post new video content. And of course, please subscribe. Yep, don't forget to subscribe. Alright, so today I'll be sharing with you 5 ways your childhood affects your money habits now. 5 ways you never knew as an adult that your childhood experiences affect your money habits, right? And this is because most of the times our relationship with money as adults is always a reflection of our exposure to money during childhood. Our first-hand experience with money is always as a result of our parents' relationship with money. So we would always look at how our parents relationship with money was, how they always treated money, and would always imbibe that experience. And over time, this forms our ideology, this forms our relationship with money, and we either react to this negatively or positively. Most of the times, our relationship with money, when it's negative, can often be as a result of our negative experiences during childhood relating to money. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you 5 ways your childhood experiences affect your money habits now as an adult. So first way is that your parents were very frugal, and this might be because maybe they were trying to save. They were always trying to save a lot of money, or they were trying to teach you a lesson, or they were on a tight budget. So the influence or the result of this was that they would deny you certain things you needed as a child. You didn't have the luxury you wanted as a child, and your mates, they had some things that you never had, and of course to you, you felt like it was being totally unfair. So as a result of this experience, as an adult, you tend to overspend to compensate. So you're like, well, I like this as a child, I like this as a child, so I'll get it. You would spend on impulse, you would spend on emotions to get whatever you want anytime you want it. The result of this is that you get broke. Yes, you get broke because you are trying to get everything you want every time you want it, to the expense of your own finances, right? So you overspend to compensate for a lot of things you lacked in childhood. Well, the solution to this would be that you would have to channel your revenge to financial prosperity, because oftentimes your motive for this overspending will come from a place of resentment because you lacked certain things as a child, and then you want to compensate everything you lacked as a child. So you channel that resentment to overspending. So the solution would be that you would have to channel your resentment to building financial prosperity, whereby you are able to save, you have enough to invest, and you have also enough to spend, right? Not on impulse, but then you have sustainable income, right? And also sustainable savings. Number 2 way your childhood affects your money habits now is that your parents spoiled you. Yes, you heard me, they spoiled you. And this can also come from a place where your parents probably they lacked certain things as a child or as children, and then they grow up feeling like, no, my child is never going to lack anything. I'm going to give them the best. I'm going to make sure that all the things I lacked as a child, they don't lack it. And it comes from a good place. But then the problem with this is that it is usually extreme. They take it to the next level. They take it overboard, and in turn you become a spoiled child. Yes, and the result of this is that people who are spoiled by their parents, they they can afford anything and everything they want at any time. The result of this is that you grow up to having an entitlement mentality, that you are supposed to have whatever you want whenever you want it. And the truth of the matter is that sometimes you might not have the money to fund this luxurious lifestyle, so it leads you to unnecessary debts. Yeah, because you're trying to take money, you're trying to gather money to fund a luxurious lifestyle that you feel you have an entitlement to live, right? So this is one way it affects our finances, and if you don't realize this, you keep on spending over budget even when you don't have to, because you are trying to live a luxurious life, or you feel entitled to live a particular kind of life. So the solution to this will be for you to relieve yourself of that mindset that you are entitled to things. Try to live a modest life. Try to come out of that comfort zone and channel your money, channel your finances to other sustainable goals, instead of buying things that you don't necessarily need. You can channel it to sustainable goals, like building a house, like building a business, building a sustainable income, or a passive income, or something, you're setting up something for your kids, right? So you can, anything it could be, but the main goal is that you channel your money to sustainable goals. You invest it in things that are worthwhile, and relieve yourself of an entitlement mindset to unnecessary spending on impulse. I hope you get the gist now. The third way your childhood affects your money habits. Parents were extremely charitable. And when I mean extremely charitable, this could be a situation where the parents knew what it felt like to live in lack and want. So, that kind of feeling where you've tasted abject poverty, you lacked the basic necessities of life, right? You lacked water, it could be anything, but then you literally did not have nothing. You know what it means to lack things. So growing up with that mindset, you can now begin to channel your time, your energy to charitable cause. And what the result of this mindset to you as an adult will be that you feel you are obligated to, help charity organizations even when you cannot afford to, either out of obligation or either to match the generosity of your parents. You tend to invest a whole lot into charity even when you cannot afford it, right? So that is a way that our childhood experience affects our money habits. So you tend to go overboard. The solution to this would be that decide a course that you want to go for. Decide the kind of course you want to pursue, the kind of charity organizations you want to do, and then set out charity budgets for it, whether annually or monthly, as you can afford at that moment, right? Set out charity budget, and also you can also make expenses for other unexpected appeal from other charity organizations. And then you set up an automated paying system whereby the money is being paid into charity monthly or annually, as the case may be. So you don't have influence to control how much you put in, because of emotions, or because you feel like, oh, at this point I need to do this at this, but it's automated. So you are able to track your income, you are able to track how much is going out and what is expected of you at every given moment, right? So now the fourth way your childhood experience affects your money habits is that your parents never taught you about money. Yes, you heard me. Your parents never taught you about money. And the problem with this is that you lack the knowledge about money, and also there's already this controversy on money, about being the root of all evil, money being a tool that evil people use to perpetrate evil, and all of that surrounds money, right? So you grow up having not having any financial knowledge at all, and not even having any financial or any money skills, right? You become very money foolish, either overspending, underspending, or even afraid to invest in opportunities because you don't have any knowledge about money. And this could also be because your parents also lacked the knowledge about money. They didn't have education about money, so of course they wouldn't give what they don't have. But the resulting effect is that you don't know how to manage your money. So as much as you earn is as much as it flies away, right? So the solution to this would be for you to get educated about money. It's very necessary for you to get educated about money, get knowledge, read up books, read up stuff about money, and get knowledge about how to manage your income, how to multiply, and how to invest more. You can step it up a bit by getting a financial advisor, who would guide you through your investments or give you guidance to how you can manage your money properly, and also educate you, right? The fifth way your childhood affects your money habits is that your mother was dependent. Alright, so let's say for any reason, probably she was a full-time housewife, or she was not allowed to work, or she stopped work at any particular time. But from what you know and understand so far is that your mom wasn't working, and she didn't have to lack anything. She didn't have to lack anything about money or lack any basic thing. So the result of this is that right in your subconscious mind, there's that feeling that if your mom didn't have to work and she didn't lack anything, so there's going to be that Prince Charming who will come and save you from all your financial problems, who will just come and liberate you financially. So it instills in you kind of a sense of irresponsibility towards your money, whereby you can act anyhow, you can spend anyhow, but then still feel like a Prince Charming is just going to come and save me one day. And so this makes a lot of ladies dependent on their men, a lot of ladies not wanting to work, a lot of ladies not wanting to do anything with themselves, because they have seen a model whereby their mom didn't have to work but had money. And so right in your subconsciousness, you are waiting for a man who would take up all of your financial burdens and save you financially. So rather than having that kind of mindset, you can begin to take responsibility for yourself, take responsibility for how much you earn, how much you spend, and how much you are willing to give out. And that is to say that you become a role model for your children, so that the cycle does not continue. You don't also raise girls or raise children who feel financially dependent on a man. I think also this also helps to stop a lot of financial abuse in relationship or in marriage, right? This is that you are able to look at any of these experience, which really tells more about you, right? So the moment you realize what your experience is like, you are now able to understand your relationship with money. You're able to understand where your money habit is coming from. If you're the type that overspends, if you're the type that overspends to compensate, if you're the type that you feel guilty not giving to charity, so you spend even outside your budget because of charity, or you're the type that you are financially dependent, or you're the type that you're not entitled to living a luxurious life and you go into debt. Understanding any of this would move you from a place of subconscious action to a place where you're now more aware about your actions and you're able to take more informed decisions
and make the right choices to improve your money habits or your money relationship. So I hope this helps you. I hope you got value from this. So please like and share, and of course hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button.